Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there is an organization called Gays Against Groomers. It's like an LGBTQ company account or whatever that you see sometimes online, and usually they give their point of view against the current ideology of LGBTQ that most people might not really agree with. So we're going to watch this one, and it will surprise you how knowledgeable they are of their own chapter, that they are kind of evil. Let me give you an example.
My name is Judith Rose, and I am the Director of Communications for Gays Against Groomers. I'm known on the internet for reevaluating my beliefs and realizing I was a victim of propaganda. And I see the world very differently now, especially as someone who's been through an emotionally abusive relationship. I was gaslit a lot, so it's easier for me to recognize it on a larger scale. And that is what is happening with this current gender ideology movement. We are being gaslit into accepting false truths that contradict unchangeable facts. And like the story of the emperor's clothes, many of us can see it but are hesitant to speak up.
Yeah, I mean, I have one eye. I've seen it a long time ago. I've been gaslit all my life, trust me. Trust me. You can see how people push something in your direction, and when you shut up out of empathy because you want to be nice about the whole situation, they think they're winning and they keep pushing it. And whenever something happens, they're like, oh, it's not happening a lot. And when too much of it is happening, they're going to be, well, it's the new normal, accepted. So whatever you say, you're in a losing battle and you need to start calling people out. I don't care anymore if they say it's violence. If I try to be as nice as I can with facts and it bothers you and you still want to justify using stuff on my kids or even adults that are so confused and impressionable, that's an issue.
Because people in positions of power are reinforcing delusions as facts. The trans identity is being marketed to children in schools as something special, desirable, and a saving grace. And as someone who is married to a trans person, I've seen
Ooh, they gotcha.
firsthand that this journey is not all sunshine and rainbows by any means. It is not for everyone. There are side effects and complications and things that children are even more likely to experience if they stunt their growth too early with hormones or surgeries. Children should not be introduced to these concepts during their development, and I can't think of anything more selfish than someone who used to be a man stepping into female spaces and insisting that this is what children should do.
Yeah, sometimes it makes me feel that the current way they are going with this, it's like you guys are misogynist. Like you're telling people to accept something when people don't even feel comfortable, but the people that keep saying it usually are the people that you used to call misogynists back in the day. Then I'm like, yo, why is it okay for you and not okay for somebody else? What? I don't. You're just using the confusion to beat the battle.
And without their parents' permission, no less. You're
Ooh.
teaching kids to put their feelings above literally everyone else's, which will set them up for failure and a nasty surprise when the whole world doesn't cater to them. Because let's be honest, you can't make everyone believe the same thing. A hive mind is not a realistic goal, and it's certainly not what this country is supposed to be about if you read the entire First Amendment. You have to show respect if you want respect.
Yes.
And I think it's interesting that so many of these strangely pushy trans women used to be gay or straight white males. Surgeries do not change your chromosomes. Your actions are rooted in misogyny for thinking that you can simply take up the female identity and force the world to accept you. Clearly, some parents are not comfortable with the idea of a biological man sharing a restroom with female students. It's not appropriate to invade women's safe spaces if you don't pass, and you have to ask if you do. The answer probably no.
If you think about it honestly, most of these people that usually go to a phase, 90% of them, they will change back in the supposed normal that you don't want to accept. Many of them are just gay or lesbian. That's it. By this knowledge, this is the most self-butchering of their own family to prove a point that makes no sense. Amen. I think in the next few years, maybe in the future, people are going to look at this as lobotomy, like advanced lobotomy, and they're going to be disgusted that the most inclusive equity bada bing bada boo made this normal, and you're going to tag yourself with the label that less people are going to trust you ever again in your life. Maybe the next generation, if you can hide the information on the new dictator internet, okay, then you might win.
It's hard for me to comprehend not only this level of disrespect of women who don't feel comfortable around a person who is biologically a man, but the parents who have every right to know what their children are learning and from who.
Yeah, when there's a sleepover, I don't know who's sleeping next to my daughter. Ooh, that never happened before. Of course not. You never saw that happen before, right? Even if there's a very small chance. Why can I not treat it like a Me Too movement? Why can I not treat it like a Me Too movement? Why is that less horrible than the other one? Kinda weird.
I think the trans prefix exists for a reason because you're in a permanent transition you'll never complete.
Which is money. Because the doctor knows you have to come back forever. You have to take medication forever. You have to pry that open forever. You might want your boob back again. And then you might want to remove it. There's always something. This is an opportunity to make money. They are making bank.
Seeing as most trans people are on hormones for life, and if a biological man got a uterus implanted and tried to carry a child, this process would likely be fatal.
Which they are saying. An article came about that. We're going to put like a weird uterus in your body and a baby has to be born that in that situation. Look, man, stop playing God. Stop playing God. Because if this was so important to you to feel like a person, a parent or whatever, which is more important to be a woman anyway, because she's like, just because you don't have a uterus, that doesn't mean you're there. I'm like, okay, then go adopt. What is the big issue? The reason that you can't adopt anyway is not because of money. It's because you don't provide a stable relationship. You don't have that anyway. Maybe work on that. It bothers me so much that they're going so far and then people are making money and you want to put a weird thing in your book. I don't know. Let me because I don't want to talk too much. I just wanted to make the video short. But I'm like, how did we reach this place? Come on.
That's because biology matters, and to try and teach children anything else is a dangerous mistake. People who believe that biology don't matter are living a lie and should not be teaching children about hormone therapy or puberty blockers. So I strongly suggest a recall of any such liabilities, since I'm guessing anyone teaching this has too much pride to step down and deal with an identity crisis privately instead of making it everyone else's problem.
That's a good point. It's called pride. You're prideful, and you shouldn't be prideful. It's a sin. That means you think you're better than us. Anybody against your ideology. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you think I'm a prideful Christian? No.
But a lot of people watching are probably going to purposefully misunderstand the fact that I'm really not saying this out of hatred. I'm saying it because the truth is the greatest gift we can give each other. The truth makes room for trust. And if we can't trust each other, we can't have healthy relationships or trust teachers with our children.
And I think that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I think I already spoke my opinion. You know where I am. Let me know where you are. And yeah, life is good. I like likes and good morning.